All right, then I want to go to our panel here. Chris, I'm going to start with you real quick on the Poor People's Campaign. And I'm telling you, I don't think people need to underestimate what this mobilizing and organizing has done over the last year. I think it's going to play a critical role next year because they have awakened a number of white folks onto this reality and getting folks to understand that when you talk about what's happening with poor people in this country, it is not a black and brown conversation.
Yeah, absolutely. And and so when people say that the issue is not race, it's economics, okay, I hear that. That sounds good. But the reality is it's a combination of both race and economics. But once you start, and I think the president is soon going to realize that a number of his supporters are in fact poor whites. And when they absolutely see how some of these policies are going to affect them, I think there'll be an interesting awakening.
When are they going to see that?
Oh, they're going to see.
Have you read What's the Matter with Kansas?
Yeah.
So they get poor white people on abortion and guns and gays. They continue to do that. There's no sign whatsoever that's changing.
Well,
none, zero.
Yeah, no.
There's no like statistical. There's no voting. There's nothing. You tell me, Eugene. This is your party. Tell me.
I mean,
we're not seeing any evidence that that's.
Well,
that's changing in a substantive way.
I will say this. I think we've seen some evidence of it. I think
like what?
With the rise of Bernie Sanders, I think what you saw in North Carolina, and then their recent gubernatorial election. I think even to a degree what you saw in Virginia recently with Northam getting elected. I think there is a shift happening. The question is how quickly does it happen?
Look, it's going to happen when this tax bill goes down, right? And so the bigger part, which I think to the Poor People's Campaign, that decentralization that's occurring along with the technology that's allowing the word to be spread.
Exactly.
But more importantly, the education to happen within the local communities. We have to stop relying on our national celebrities to drive home messaging and start talking to those local influencers. So,
Well, and again, I think what part of the problem has been when it comes to this is you can't think like parties do, and that is, just the next election.
Right.
I mean, you literally have to reach critical mass. You must begin to build that narrative, and it might take 2 or 3 election cycles before you see the end result. And I think you're seeing that what Dr. Barber and others have been doing in North Carolina.
Yeah.
Because I mean, look, when you have 16 white women launch an NAACP chapter in the hills in North Carolina because they said, hell, this was the only organization out there fighting on our interests. Again, you have to take time to sort of build that.
Right. I agree 100% with you. The Tea Party was started in 2007. We didn't see actual hard results from it until 2010 election.
And of course, that same party, that was also about one black dude. So let's just be real clear.
2007 was about taxing and tax over.
No, it wasn't.
taxation.
It's about that one black dude. I mean, that's nice, but not that black dude.
2007.
All right, y'all.
Weekdays on TV One.
I will never lie to you.
Oh my God.
Roland Martin.
He doesn't want to talk to us. He wants to ignore us.
Uncensored.
Hell no.
That ain't gonna cut it, boo.
Unapologetic.
No, that is fundamentally false. You are wrong.
Unfiltered.
He wants an America where we all look alike. He ain't talking about black people.
Unrelenting.
You better go work out, because you got a fight on your hands.
NewsOne Now with Roland Martin. Weekdays at 7 a.m. on TV One.